Question number 41. The nurse would assess which lab value to determine the effectiveness of intravenous heparin. So option A, complete blood count. Option B, activated partial thromboplastin time. And option C, prothrombin time. And option D, blood urea nitrogen. So APT test measure how long it takes for the blood to clot, और ये assess करता है intrinsic and common pathway of coagulation, and really crucial for monitoring the heparin therapy. So option B, activated partial prothrombin time is correct answer. Question number 42. If a nurse gave the patient antihypertensive drug that is prescribed for another patient, so what should she do? So option A, ignore what she has done. Option B, call the urgent CPR. Option C, document that nursing report. And option D, inform doctor after 2 days. So here we have to document in the nursing report. So that's why option C, the document that nursing report is correct answer. Question number 43. A 38-year-old client who has mitral stenosis is hospitalized for valve replacement. So which condition is the client most likely to report having had earlier in life? So A, meningitis, B, syphilis, C, rheumatic fever, and D, rubella. So in case of mitral valve stenosis is a narrowing of the heart mitral valve जो कि restrict करता है blood flow का from the left atrium to left ventricle. Mainly it usually caused by the rheumatic fever. So even it's a common complication of rheumatic fever. So option C, rheumatic fever is correct answer. Question number 44. An elderly client is experiencing an alteration in his equilibrium and coordinated muscle movement. So the nurse realizes that these functions are controlled by which area of the nervous system? Option A, brainstem. Option B, cerebrum. Option C, diencephalon, and option D, cerebellum. So option D, cerebellum is correct answer because cerebellum responsible for coordinating the voluntary movement such as balance, posture, motor learning, और उसको integrate करके ये sensory और motor informations के through further ensure करवाता है the smooth precise action of your walking, speaking and reading. Question number 45. The nurse is caring for the client who has just had a chest tube attached to the water seal drainage system. So to ensure that the system is functioning effectively, so the nurse should option A, observe for intermittent bubbling in the water seal chamber. Option B, flush the chest tube with a 30 to 60 ml of normal saline every 4 to 6 hours. And option C, maintain the client in an extreme lateral position. And option D, strip the chest tube in the direction of the client. So option A is correct answer. Observe for the intermittent bubbling in the water seal drainage chamber because it will show और ये show करता है normal functioning. और in case of the continuous bubbling, it shows the air leakage or due to some disconnection. Question number 46. What is the priority nursing assessment before administering the methargine for management of postpartum hemorrhage? Option A, blood pressure. Option B, uterine tone. And option C, amount of lochia. And option D, deep tender reflex. So option A, blood pressure is correct answer. In addition to that, some other contraindication for these medications are preeclampsia, coronary artery disease and sepsis. Question number 47. A nurse is caring for the pregnant patient who is diagnosed with the Abruzzo placenta. So which of the following finding of assessment would indicate the concealed hemorrhage? So option A, maternal tachycardia. Option B, decrease in fundal height. Option C, rigid board-like abdomen. And option D, acceleration in the fetal heart rate. So Abruzzo placenta is a serious pregnancy complication where the placenta detaches from the uterine wall before the birth. And further, it has 3 types: concealed type, revealed type and mixed type. So in case of concealed type, जो blood है वो hidden form में रहता है और collect होता है back side of the placenta. So that's why it caused the rigid board-like abdomen. Question number 48. A two-day-old newborn in her nursery scheduled for today for a tracheoesophageal fistula repair. So the nurse is preparing the infant for operation room. So which of the following nursing care should be included? Option A, keep the infant in radiate warmer. Option B, position the infant in supine position. Option C, perform the pain management. And option D, keep the infant NPO. definitely pre-operatively we have to keep the child NPO, and TEF is an abnormal connection between the windpipe, that is trachea, and food pipe, that is esophagus, that usually occur with the with esophageal atresia. Question number 49. The nurse is receiving a child post-operative tonsillectomy. So which of the following nursing assessment is suitable for the post-operative care? So option A, encourage the child for cough spontaneously. Option B, observe for the subtle sign of the hemorrhage. Option C, place the child in the prone position. And option D, suction the mouth to clear the airway. So option B, observe for the subtle sign of hemorrhage, is correct answer, because some other complications are your sore throat, ear pain and bad breath, but more serious and rare complication here we have bleeding. Question 50. A 5-week-old newborn admitted pediatric ward with the pyloric stenosis, and the newborn has weight loss and projectile vomiting after feeding. So which of the following abdominal organ are directly affected when pyloric stenosis is diagnosed? So option A, stomach and duodenum. Option B, stomach and esophagus. Option C, liver and spleen. And option D, liver and bile duct. So option A, stomach and duodenum, is correct answer, because pyloric stenosis is a condition usually in the infant where the muscle at the stomach at the pyloric level thicken and narrow. So definitely it affects the stomach and duodenum part.